Has Hugh Grant inspired a rant? The 2003 horrid film Love Actually has somehow gotten an undeserved second act on basic cable, whatever that is. Some magazine recently dubbed the romantic comedy about annoying British couples the greatest modern Christmas movie, while another placed it in its top 10 best holiday movies list. I can't even look at this silently without vomiting. Cue the backlash. This week's Salon writer Mary Elizabeth Williams, that's a nice name, claimed that the so-called chick flick is really just a misogynist train wreck. She wrote, quote, "If you were an alien watching Love Actually," wow, that's kind of bigoted, "you would come to the conclusion that what human British men really, really want are hot chicks who fetch them tea, put up with their dalliances, and don't speak English." I think she's referring to this scene from Love Actually. See, that, if that was in the movie, I would have at least had 17 seconds of fun. Sherrod,
yes.
You were saying in the green room that Love Actually is not just the greatest holiday movie ever made, best Christmas film ever made, but your favorite Kwanzaa film.
Some of my friends and I, we reenact it every year.
Really?
Yeah, we do,
like Rocky Horror.
Yeah, we do it in the park, and we reenact Love Actually. I get to play the white person.
That does not narrow it down.
Listen, that movie really, it's not the best holiday movie. I wouldn't put on my best holiday movie list.
What's yours?
What's the one with the little boy who gets his tongue stuck to the pole?
That would be the
Christmas Story. That's my favorite one. With the little kid with the glasses, little nerd.
I never saw that movie.
What?
We had that kid on Red Eye.
What does he look like now?
Scotty Fargus, but I forget his real name.
Yeah.
He'll always be Scotty Fargus to me.
Never saw the movie. I think it's a certain age group that sees that. Imogen, as an English woman, are you offended or delighted by all the British stereotypes?
Well, I'm delighted. Obviously, it means income to my poor, impoverished Isle. What is not to love about Love Actually? It earned worldwide grossed over around $250 million.
So did MC Hammer.
It was loved. It's written and directed by Richard Curtis, who's raised more than $2 billion for charity. It's got Alan Rickman in it, who's fabulous, and most of all, it's got Dido on the soundtrack. So quite frankly, you should love it.
I have not heard that word, Dido, in 5 years.
Dido.
What happened to Dido?
She's still performing.
And by the way, Keira Knightley's jaw is impressive.
She's got like
I
a
would
man
kill to
band.
have
I'm
that
always
jaw.
told I look like Keira Knightley, so I think I might be a bit offended.
You've got
Your jaw's far less shovelable.
too.
No.
It looks like a cow catcher.
What?
Thanks, I look like a cow catcher.
What are you
Great
talking
move.
about? What does that mean?
You know, on the front of a train.
I don't know what you're talking
He
about.
really hates the
Cow
English, huh?
catcher. No, it's a nice chin to have. I wish I had one. I look like
Yeah,
a worm.
he has no chin. By the way, that if you shaved, you would have no
The
chin.
front gate on the front of a train is called a cow
yes.
catcher.
And that's so it's a compliment.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, now that you're talking, Gavin, what do you make of this movie?
I've actually pooed out razor wire before through a dare. It's a long story.
Yes.
That was much more pleasant than Love Actually. However, being a member of the Writers Guild, I get a lot of films for your consideration, and I would like you to check out This Is 40 by Judd Apatow. It is 37 times worse than Love Actually,
Oh, man.
and it makes pooing razor wire feel like an orgasm.
What is wrong with it?
He thinks his kids are cute, is the short version.
But you know what? Everybody thinks their kids are cute.
Exactly. Shut up.
Are they in the movie?
You know what?
Oh, they're all over the movie, and so is his adorable wife
Yes.
and his lovable life.
All right, Bill, this was your pitch. And Bill actually campaigned to have this open the show.
Yes.
You love this movie about as much as America hates you.
That's why I love it. It's full of British people. They understand me, Greg. I actually describe Love Actually the way you often talk about Red Eye. First time you see it, there's disgust. Second time, apathy. And then by the third or 40th time, you're in love, actually. This is one of the best movies ever made. And I like this girl's article because it shows it's not really a chick flick. It's full of misogynist good fun for my gender. I crap you not, there is a subplot in this movie where a British guy, realizing that he's goofy looking,
Yeah.
because he's British, decides to take a plane to Wisconsin because he knows that his accent alone will get him laid. He takes a plane to Wisconsin, goes to a dive bar, scores with not one, not two, but 3 Wisconsin ladies who were thin. And there is another part to this movie
Who
that I
directed this
like.
movie, Spielberg?
There is one other part to this movie that must be recognized.
What?
It is one of 2 of the greatest Christmas movies ever made.
Okay.
The other being Die Hard.
Yeah,
Alan
of course.
Rickman.
Yes.
Alan Rickman is the king of Christmas, or as he calls it in your land, Father Christmas. Quick. Watch it if you haven't. It's great.
I'm not-
And the soundtrack is a delight.
I might have to watch this. I hate this movie, but you made me think you know what I hated it though? The use of its music. Music doesn't play a role like that in real life. Music is always annoying in your life when you're in buses or offices or malls or airports. Music makes you angry.
No,
Greg, it's not real
at
life.
all.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's not Christmas, it's evil.
The only downside is there's scenes in Heathrow.
Ugh.
Truly a pit of hell.
Yes,
How
it
about
is.
that
No,
name?
not Terminal
Love,
5.
Actually.
Yeah, that's actually the worst thing. By the way, okay,
Love Actually.
Actually, the worst part about that movie is the opening where all of the band starts playing in the church.
Yes.
The wedding, I wanted to slit my own throat with my throats.
I would go so far as saying anyone who uses the word actually in any context is a
A pompous dick. I agree.
What a smug, patronizing word.
Yeah.
The original
Actually.
title was called Love Indubitably, but they feel that it did not test well, and they changed it to Actually.
Indubitably.
All right, you have,
fun to say.
you have a comment on the show, email us, redeye@foxnews.com. If you have a video of your animal doing something, go to foxnews.com/redeye. So I just want to make 2 points here. We're back. Can we just go to Gavin's chair here real quick? This is what happens when you drink beer in the green room. He had to run to the bathroom.
Really?
And he wanted us to wait.
All right.
I said we're not going to wait.
All right.
Now, for the halftime report, Andy,
Yeah.
I want to do you a special favor.
What's that? What's that, Chris?
I think you should just start in with Love Actually because you feel strongly, and whatever time we have left over for the other stories, we can get to the other stories, but I realize that your feelings for Love Actually are probably the strongest of anybody in the Northern Hemisphere. So why don't you just put everything away and explain to me, scene by scene, why I'm an ass and you're a genius.
Greg, I have 5 pages of notes here.
Then do it.
Typed out. All Love Actually.
All right, then let's do it. And when what's his face gets back here with an empty bladder,
Yeah.
we'll still be talking.
All right. He was kind of a stupid poopy head about this subject anyway, so I'm glad he's not there.
He's coming back right now. There he is.
There he is.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
By the way, I want to point out this is the only show ever on television to continue filming while
Yes.
a guest has to go to the bathroom.
Except for the Golden Globes.
Yeah, and I think the Republican primary when Michelle Bachmann had to leave.
Yes,
But that might have not
that's
been for the
right.
bathroom.
Right.
What about the Golden Girls?
Well, they had it on
I'm sure
camera.
they took some breaks.
Yeah.
No,
they
go-
called it
go-
golden for a reason.
Just to be clear, that I did not have to go pee. I just had to.
You're an ass. You're an ass.
It was an emergency.
All right, shut up.
All right.
It's like a prom bathroom.
Well, all right, we'll start here. Greg, you refer to Love Actually as a horrid film.
Yes, it's a horrid film.
No, well, it is in fact a delightful film, and that's not an opinion. That is actual fact.
No, you know what? Christopher Lee, if this movie was made as a Hammer film in the 60s, he would have played the lead because it would have been a Bram Stoker horror film.
No, you take out the Laura Linney character,
Oh,
Yeah.
which couldn't be more annoying. And
By the
it's-
way, that equation works for every movie.
No, you take that out, it's pretty much a perfect movie.
Here, can I give you my impression of Laura Linney?
Sure.
Come on now.
Okay, that just made me feel weird.
That's all she does. It's when something happens and they don't have a response, she gives this kind of like,
Yeah.
I'm an adorable smiler.
Yeah.
God.
Bill, Greg pointed out that you campaigned for this story to open the show. I would like to point out that I agreed with you.
That was the first time in the history of Red Eye that you have agreed with me, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sherrod, if you and your friends reenacted the movie, you would play Peter.
Peter. Yes. Was
he
it the black dude?
Yes, he married
Yeah.
Keira Knightley's character.
Well, you
Juliet.
just saying my acting skills only can keep me shelved in a black box?
Yes, absolutely.
I can play you, Andy.
I want to see you play Andy right now.
You
I've
can
done it
absolutely
before.
play.
I've done Ombudsman.
You can play me. Yeah.
I can play
easily.
anything. Chinese girl, you know, little boy.
Yeah, but that's for money. Hey, I got it. Yeah, I just needed
It's
to.
all for money, Greg.
Gavin wasn't hooked up, but now he is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would also like to point out that I proudly ordered the Blu-ray from Amazon last week.
Oh man.
Yep. I'm just kidding about the proudly part. I actually checked the box that says this will be a gift. Because here's the thing, you
But it
have
is
to.
a gift. It's a
you
gift
have
to
to.
you.
It was absolutely. It wasn't a lie. But if you don't check that box, if you check that box, they keep it out of their recommendations to you for other stuff. And since it's the only romantic comedy I like, basically, I don't want the recommendations that are going to come off of it. So I checked. This will be a gift.
What's they gonna send through after? Like Love and Basketball or something? What's the
Smart.
next one that comes?
Now,
I love
probably-
that movie.
That's a great movie.
I don't have much more to say on it because it's so obviously a great movie, and those of you who said it's a horrible movie are in fact.
This is. You know what this is?
What this movie is, Greg? This movie is a Rorschach test. It reveals who the soulless human beings are and who the people with a soul and passion and emotion are. And it's pretty clear from what we're seeing that basically that left side of the table going to hell.
No, you know what this is? What you are doing is you are applying the Piers Morgan School of
Absolutely,
Debate.
absolutely. You are a stupid
Are
man.
you not being ironic? Did you start being ironic and then actually started liking it?
No, I love the movie.
Oh, he loved the movie.
All right, tell me why.
Like the movie.
Why?
It's a delight. That's really all,
No,
I, can,
that's not
really all I can
enough.
say.
Right,
It
it's not
absolutely
enough.
is
I can
enough.
tell you-
How is that not enough? It's a movie. It
crossed
entertains you.
over
It
the dark
it's a
side.
delightful
It's a
movie.
delight.
You were making fun of it and you got sucked in like
No.
a poltergeist.
I can tell you why I like Deliverance. I can give you. I watched Deliverance.
We know why
We know
you
why
like
you like
Deliverance.
Deliverance. We know. You want to.
But no, but I will explain to you why it's like a poem. It's so perfectly paced.
Yeah, you like
and such a
Deliverance.
great.
No.
No, but you can't do it. You cannot explain.
No, you like Deliverance because it's the only legal movie you can watch that features certain things.
By the way,
Why do I? It's a well-written movie. It's a well-directed movie. It's funny. It's funny at times. It's poignant at other times.
Yes.
In some, a delight.
no, you do not. None of these
Going
things.
on?
No, none
I
of
don't
these
think-
things.
You like it as a joke. I think Andy's serious.
I like it. I really like this movie.
like
And
it.
speaking of poems,
This is like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
speaking of poems, you know, England is a small country, but it's also a great country. It's a country of Shakespeare, of the Beatles. And when you act like a bully, then you no longer are our friend, and that's the thing that we should be reckoned with. Kind of butchered that line, but I think I still made my point.
That is the worst.
Wow.
What is that from?
That's the line Hugh Grant was saying to Billy Bob Thornton, who was playing the
Yes.
President of the United States. And by God, he tore him a new one.
Actually.
Actually.
All right. Okay. Let's take this movie apart from the
This is a
title.
very dangerous game, by the way. And I'm sorry what happened to Andy and Bill. I hate seeing it. I've noticed this happens with joke dancing. If you start joke dancing when you go to clubs, if you do it too much, you
That's
will
your
say,
dance.
okay, that's enough. I'm going to serious dance now, and you can never serious dance
No,
again.
no,
You
that's
lose
your
it.
dance now.
It's like when your parents say, make that jokey face, you'll stay like that.
That's what happens.
Don't joke dance too much, and don't like crappy movies ironically, or you will never be able to come back.
I agree.
So
Hey, Gavin.
true. You know what it is?
playing
You
with
have
fire.
irony took over your life, Andy.
It's not true. The fact that I love this movie shows how unironic I am.
And you know what's not ironic? True love.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait a minute. Billy Bob Thornton played
Hey, the president.
Of course he
Yes.
would. And how much you want to bet? He's a jerk.
Of course he's a
I mean,
jerk.
what a surprise. Not, you know, by the way, Hugh Grant obviously is the prime minister. Of course he is.
Of course.
Have you seen a prime minister in England that hot? Never.
Grounded.
Where's
Tony
our
Blair.
I was asleep with Tony
Tony
Blair.
Blair was pretty simple.
Whereas our presidents are good looking. I mean, Obama good looking, George Bush good looking, Bill Clinton good looking, Ronald Reagan good looking.
It's a movie.
Nixon, no.
Lincoln was as hot as Daniel Day-Lewis.
He was. Do you think people in England spend this amount of time discussing our romantic comedies? No, because they're drunk.
And for the record, Billy Bob Thornton was stunning in the movie.
He really
and
was,
he
actually.
did make a pretty successful pass at the Prime Minister's secretary.
And-
of course he had to fire her because he's really in love with her.
And great boots, by the way.
Yes, amazing boots. And I like the way everyone called her chubby.
Amazing
She was
boots.
not chubby at all. She just had a full figure.
What were her thighs like, Bill? What were her thighs like?
Were delectable. But her dad always kept calling her chubs. He embarrassingly did it in front of the Prime Minister as he went house to house trying to find her because he was his true love.
What did he call her thighs, Bill?
He called them rigmarole.
No, I think
I'm thinking of a British.
I think he
name.
called them tree trunks.
The size of tree.
Grant.
No, she.
This is a
She-
misogynist
she-
film.
Sounds awful.
Now I'm becoming a feminist just because I hate it.
Yeah.
The woman said that she had a sizable ass.
Right.
But Hugh Grant never said that. In fact, he actually defended her. He goes, "Oh,
By the
they
way,
called her a big."
Primrose Hill is a better movie than this.
I don't like it just for the name,
Look,
Primrose.
I think
Someone else
the problem with this film
Notting
is
Hill, you
Notting
muppets.
Hill, Notting Hill.
shows.
The only other Hugh Grant movie close to this is About a Boy, which was also excellent.
It was great.
What about Bridget Jones' Diary? Was he in that?
Yeah,
He's always dating a fat
I don't know.
girl.
I don't
Hugh
watch
Grant
stupid.
bugs
I don't
me.
watch stupid rom-coms, Sherrod.
About a Boy is also on Sherrod's arrest record.
Why are we listening to
About a
babysitters?
boy?
What has happened to the world?
I don't know.
They're electing presidents. What is
This
going
is
on
the
here?
end of the
When
world.
women
The
become in
Mayans,
charge?
the Mayans were right. They were right. This show is not going to air tonight because they know that this movie's terrible, and they're going to go. "Ah."
The soundtrack
world-
will
if
make
the-
you love the Pointer Sisters all over again.
If the world ends tonight, it's okay because I have already seen Love Actually 24 times.
Ding,
have.
ding, 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 ding.
You have seen it 24 times.
I believe I have. Good day, sir.
I can't call him a sir. I can't. I can't call him anything.
We
I
lost
can call him a doctor.
We lost
Maybe I will.
Andy, man.
All right, coming up, Tom Cruise loves men, shinning his new film, Jack Reacher. But is it any good? Who knows? Up next, something like this.